this is Brenda Green, and welcome back to Living in the Go. Today I'm talking to you about the mistakes I made when I was younger. They were pretty dumb mistakes, but they did not define me because I figured out how to fix things and correct it, and it made me the person that I am today. So you can come back from mistakes, I like to believe. But I want to share with you some of the things that I did that I think were really dumb. The first thing, when I first got married, my husband and I decided to look for an apartment, and we really weren't sure what to look for. We were looking for something we could afford, but we didn't ask the right questions. Meaning the apartment was great, however, the utilities weren't included, and it was all electric. So when that first electric bill came, because it was wintertime, oh my God, it was as much as the rent on the apartment. Big mistake, and we were in a lease for a year, so we had to figure that out and pay all of that money that we didn't have. The next year we moved and we found a place with utilities included, but you get the picture. It was a big mistake. Another thing that I used to do when I was young, I would quit jobs because I wasn't happy, they weren't treating me right or whatever, but I would quit without having another job in sight. And so then I would spend several months unemployed trying to figure it out. So big mistake. I learned later on to at least have a job in hand before I left. I also, every time I quit a job, I spent my retirement funds. So it might be $1,000 in there or whatever, but instead of rolling it over or investing it, I would just spend it. We had a vacation with the kids. I used that and spent it. So you get the picture. I also bought cars that I couldn't afford. I bought a brand new, spanking new, beautiful car. I couldn't afford it, but I thought that's what you're supposed to do. Well, the reality was if I had got a 2-year-old car, it would have been just as good, more economical. And right now I'm going to be looking for a car in a few months, and I'm looking for a used car. So I learned. The other thing that I did when I was young is that I had major credit card debt. Now mind you, I always paid my bills, always paid on time. I might have had to pay the minimum, but I had a lot of credit card debt because we weren't really frugal enough to figure out how to budget well, how to maintain and live within our means. So we had credit card debt, and it had a lot of sleepless nights with it. At one point, the debt was up to $29,000. I know people have more debt than that now, but back in those days, that was a lot of money. And it was frightening sometimes to think about how I was going to pay it. And then after everything that happened with that, I wound up getting divorced. And so I had that credit card debt to pay back on my own. So big mistakes, but I came back from those. And if you made some mistakes, think about those things. And if you're still making mistakes, learn from them, grow from them, but don't continue making those mistakes. I like to think that a mistake doesn't define us, but it makes us stronger, because when we figure out how to fix it, especially when we figure out how to fix it on our own without any assistance, it makes us a better person. So I hope that helps. Thanks so much and have a great day.